Good morning, everybody. I'm back with my TT. I should always say hi to him. You are such a good hook. You know that? Yeah. Mwah. Okay. A couple days ago, I went to go to a flower workshop, but I didn't book it. So today we're actually going, and I actually have an appointment. So that's already an improvement.
So today I am taking you with me to Spica, which is a florist slash coffee shop here in Thao Dien. My friend Rose and I signed up for the flower workshop class, and here they are just going over basic color theory stuff with us. And then we had to get started on the base of the flower bouquet. We were supposed to use these smaller leaves to start off with. And there weren't any rules or anything. They basically just kind of gave us some instructions and the principles of it, and we kind of got to do what we wanted. After getting our base to a point where the teacher agreed that it was nice, we moved on to start off with the flowers. And he wanted us to put one flower in the middle first. And quite honestly, after I put mine in, I was so delighted. I was so happy. It looks so cute and so quaint.
Look at it. How cute is that little flower over there by itself?
So before we actually started the workshop, we had to request the color scheme that we wanted. And of course, I picked red. And in the beginning, honestly, I was very doubting myself. The teacher was giving me all these tips, like try to make it more circular. You know, it was a little bit of a trust the process type of thing. Because when I asked the teacher, how do I know if I'm doing the right thing? He said, feel your way through it. Florist and flowers is all about feelings. And I was immediately terrified because what does that mean? Feelings? Ew. But here I am flowing. It is a Taurus full moon today, so we are here to flow. But as things went on, I slowly started to like my piece more and more. It really is about just trusting the process. So with the flower section, they wanted us to start off with bigger flowers and then move on to smaller ones just to fill up any like spaces of in between. And then we moved on to these longer leaves, flowers. I don't know, but I think it's called a snapdragon. And I was slowly but surely getting more and more confident in my piece. But honestly, though, with this style of flower arranging, it's called the gardening style. So you're supposed to kind of have a little bit of a mix of everything. It's also really hard to, mess up because you're supposed to just vibe, I guess. So they also have different levels of workshop. This is the basic workshop. So it's supposed to be a centerpiece for a table, which is why we're not doing that high because, you want to be able to talk and look at people from across the table. Not gonna lie, as I was finishing, the teacher asked me how long I've been flower arranging, so you can't tell me shit. I did a good job. Look at it. Look at how pretty it is. I'm kidding, but towards the end, he did tell us to spin the pot a lot more just so that it would look good from all angles, not just front facing, because like I said earlier, this is a centerpiece. It's supposed to be seen from all angles. She's a star. Let her be a star. At this point, I was actually pretty happy with my piece, but there were some areas that you could still see the sponge. So I just wanted to fill all of those little nooks and crannies in with some of this eucalyptus. I think it just adds so much dimension to the flower pot. For a second there, I was kind of worried that it might look a little bit too much like a Vietnamese flag because I was using a lot of reds and yellows, but I think it actually came together really well. And here I am spinning it around to make sure it looks good from all angles. I am very excited. And there was really good music playing at Spica, which added such a vibe. And did you know that Spica is actually the largest star in the Virgo constellation? Because yes, it is owned by a Virgo, and I'm a Virgo too. Hee. Look at this silly little leaf. How cute is that? And these are everybody's flower arrangements that day. And of course, we have to do a shot of us flexing our flowers because of course. My friends and I do this quite often because we like signing up for workshops and having something silly and fun to do. And here are my flowers in my room. I think they look absolutely stunning. And of course, TT wanted to say bye too.